So, are you really struggling with anxiety or stress? Feel overwhelmed by fear or feel stuck and unfulfilled in your life? Are you struggling to find a partner or friends? Do you have really big money worries and just feel like you're sinking in debt or like you never have enough money to be able to do anything you want beyond paying the bills? Are you battling to remove weight or get fit and just the thought of the gym makes you want to dive under the bedclothes and not come out? Well, then you are in the right place because I can really help you overcome any of these issues and so much more. Hi, everybody, and really welcome. It's so cool to have you here. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Sophie Lane Fox and I live in the beautiful UK. Several years ago, I came to a real sort of crossroads in my life where I had a lot of challenges going on. And it was then that I stumbled upon mindset transformation and manifestation work. Something that has honestly been truly transformational for me. So much so that now I'm really passionate about passing on what I've learned to other people because I truly believe the more people that can embrace this, the more people will have really fulfilling and empowering lives. And this doesn't only benefit themselves, but it also benefits everyone around them. And in fact, the more people that embrace this, the more it will benefit the entire planet. Something I think we can all rather agree on is needed these days. So coaching enables you to be guided through anxiety and stress and lack of confidence, low self-esteem, to really start living to your full potential. Helping you to improve your overall health and well-being, get control of all aspects of your life and really start living life and embracing the opportunities that it brings. So how life works? Well, it's really simple. What we give out, we get back. Our thoughts really do create our reality. What we think about ourselves and our situations in life becomes the truth for us. So here today, we're going to have a really brief chat about the huge benefits that you can gain through mind transformation coaching. And I'll also give you a couple of really good techniques to start you on your journey. So manifesting, well, it's a word that is bandied around an awful lot these days. I'm sure it's one that you would have heard regularly. But do we really know what it means? Well, it's something that every human being on the planet is doing all the time, whether we're conscious of it or not. Manifesting is the process by which we really bring into our reality all that we desire in life. We are creating our lives through our thoughts. Now, it's nothing new because it's been spoken about through all the wisdom techniques and religions for millennia. Your thoughts create your reality. The universe, source, God, divine intelligence, Mother Nature, whatever we choose to call it, is operating all the time, giving us a life that is a mirror of our thoughts, negative or positive. What we think and the words we speak create our experiences. That just is the law of life. Now, we're living in a time when, let's face it, stress and anxiety levels are really high. As I mentioned earlier, I am sure that many of you listening are doing so because you feel stuck in your life or feel that maybe you're unable to achieve your dreams and create the life that you want. Maybe you're living in constant worry and fear. You're just listening to everyone around you, the government, the media, your family and friends, your colleagues at work, your teachers perhaps, all constantly saying how hard things are, how difficult it is to find a job or to earn money or find somewhere to live, that it's impossible to get on the housing ladder or how hard it is maybe to get your kids into a good school, how life is just getting worse and worse, and we really all should be so worried. Maybe you worry about how you're going to pay the bills or find a job, or you're just weighed down by huge debt. Perhaps you're struggling to meet nice people, make friends, or find a partner. Maybe you feel you have no direction or idea about what you want to do with your life, but you just know there's more out there, but no idea how to find it. Are you wasting hours doom scrolling, looking endlessly at social media, at other people's supposedly perfect lives, and to be honest, finding out that you are always coming up short? Or maybe you're finding it really hard to get fit and in shape. Life can often feel like an endless uphill struggle. But I'm here to show you that it really doesn't have to be this way. It absolutely is a matter of choice. If we choose to focus on scarcity and of all the things we don't have in our lives, well, then that's the state we're going to stay in. The universe is just going to give us more of that. But if you choose to really change your thoughts to ones of gratitude and acknowledging all the really good things that you do have in your life, no matter how small, well, then life is going to bring you more of those things. Ask yourself, why do things keep reoccurring in your life? Why are you playing small? It's really interesting. As human beings, we often create situations in our life and then just simply give away our power by blaming other people for that situation and our frustrations. But no person, no place, and no thing really has power over us. We are the only thinkers in our minds. For every minute of the day, we are determining how our life goes through what we choose to focus on. It's not an outside influence that's affecting us. It's an internal job. Now look, I'm not saying that life doesn't throw us bad situations to deal with, things that really are out of our control. That, unfortunately, is part of life. But what we do absolutely have control over is how we choose to react to those situations. We can experience the pain, but choose to turn it into a moment of growth and learning and an opportunity to really embolden ourselves. Or we can choose to allow ourselves to wallow in it, and allow ourselves to become really small and just overwhelmed with suffering. It is always our choice. Now, I want you to take a moment to really reflect on your life so far. And I really believe you'll be able to recognize those patterns. Look at the areas in your life where things have generally run pretty easily. I don't know, be it in your relationships or your work. Maybe for you it was your time at school or your health. Maybe it's your family relations, or you're blessed with great finances. Look at the stories you tell yourself about your abilities and how things are for you. They will be things you believe work well for you, that you tell yourself you can achieve, or at least that you don't ever really question. But now look at the areas where things might have been more difficult or challenging for you. And look at what you say to yourself about these areas of your life. Because in these areas, I promise you, you will be running lots of limited beliefs. Things like, I can't do this. I don't have the ability. I'm just not good enough. That person's better at this than me. I always find this so hard. It's just too difficult. Oh, that person doesn't like me. I don't have X. I don't have Y. I'm not confident. I'm no good at that. I'm rubbish at that. And so on, and so on, and so on. These are all thoughts of lack and limitation. So what will the universe give you? Well, back more things and situations to mirror your thoughts of lack. Remember, the universe, God, source, doesn't filter out negative and positives in your thought. It just gives you more of what you focus on. You are the only person who really puts limits on yourself by the thoughts that you decide to choose. It is amazing how much time we just spend sort of defending our limitations, the limitations that we put on ourselves, rather than embracing our strengths and our possibilities. We spend forever framing our futures from past limitations, choosing to listen to our logical brain that just tries to keep us where we are now because it feels safe, even if it's somewhere that makes us feel miserable. We are so often sort of letting ourselves judge ourselves and our present and letting it be affected by our past, something that's been and gone. But every time we refer back to it, we're dragging it back into our present and creating the same results. We also waste so much valuable energy in anxiety. Now, no amounts of anxiety actually makes any difference to anything that's going to happen. It just makes our present extremely uncomfortable. It definitely does not change the future for us. We make up so many stories due to anxiety. So many things that when we look back, we will realize pretty much never actually happen. But in the process of all that anxiety, what we actually do is just cause our bodies so much damage and otherwise really achieve nothing. Particularly as, interestingly, in reality, so often the things that we are most anxious and afraid of are actually the things that set us free. So now is the time to change all of that. And I want you to really give yourself credit for just being here now and listening to this, because it really means that you are ready to take action and make changes in your life. Everything in life, in the whole universe, is made up of energy, including our thoughts. And as is proved in science, like energy attracts like energy. So the energy we're giving off, the frequency at which we're vibing, determines what we attract to us. So if we're vibrating at a high energy, well, then we will attract similarly high energy things to us. Things in life that are really good and abundant and just joyous. But if we're vibrating at low energy, well, then we're going to attract low energy things towards us. Things that really aren't nice, are negative, and are limiting. Remember, the universe responds to energy, so it's really important to radiate positivity, gratitude, and love. Now, there's many things that affect our energy, and it's not just our thoughts, but also what we choose to eat, what we choose to drink, how we treat our bodies, the people we choose to surround ourselves with, what we listen to. So our mental diet as much as our physical diet, our sleep, the company we keep, and so on. And so raising our frequency will directly affect our life experiences. Now, one of the biggest ways we can affect our frequency is through gratitude. Because if you're in the energy of gratitude, you just can't be negative. It's not possible to be grateful and negative at the same time. So with this in mind, the first thing I want you to do, and would suggest that you really start introducing into your life, is to start looking for things to be grateful for, no matter how small. Starting your day with gratitude is a really incredibly powerful way to begin the day. So I really suggest before you get out of bed in the morning, find maybe 5, 10 things or more if you can that you're really grateful for. Do you know, even if you're feeling down in the dumps, maybe it's raining, horrible weather, and you just don't want to get out of bed, there's always something to be grateful for. Maybe your warm bed, hot water, roof over your head, the food in your fridge. In fact, just having a fridge to keep food cool. that you're able to get out of bed and move your body for the body that gets you through the day. Maybe for family, friends, and so on. There are always so many things that we so often overlook and don't appreciate, that we just take for granted. And then I really suggest, whenever you find yourself feeling down, anxious or stressed during the day, just switch your thoughts to gratitude, change your mindset and look for things to be grateful for. Focus on the good things around you. I don't know, maybe it's a sunny day, or someone gives you a lovely smile, or you have a lovely, really nice interaction with someone in a shop. Maybe you get given something for free, or someone lends you a hand with something. No matter what it is, how big or small, the more you focus on the good and those really lovely things in life, well, then the more you will really start to notice that the universe just brings you more things to be grateful for. Now, as well as gratitude and acknowledgement for the good things in your life, another really important part of creating the life that you really want is to set your intentions. Be clear on your desires. If you desire something, if you're able to imagine something for yourself, then it is absolutely available there for you. You just have to align your frequency to it, and then you will attract it into your life. So with that in mind, the next step I want you to take is to think about your vision. Think about your vision maybe for the next year or so. Spend some time really thinking about your desires, the things that you want. Now, not things that someone else might want for you, the things that you feel you should want, but the things that you truly want in your life. Try imagining it's this time next year and you're looking back on the last 12 months. What would you really like to have accomplished? What changes would you like to have made? What goals have you been putting off that you're really ready to tackle now? Because a solid intention is a really important part of manifestation. Then you can start to visualize that version of you as if you've already achieved those desires and you have those things in your life. How will you feel? Contented, empowered, fulfilled, joyous, proud of what you've created, and so on. Really spend some time sitting and feeling those feelings and visualize yourself having achieved what you want. Now, some of you might feel really clear on what you want and others may be a bit unsure. That's okay. This process is not a quick hack that will just suddenly transform your life in days, because to be honest, there's no such thing. This takes practice. It's a process. If you're still figuring it out, well, it's okay. Just relax and know that the answers will come to you. You can gently try asking yourself a couple of questions. Get inquisitive with yourself. For example, maybe what aspects of your life do you really want to improve or elevate? Are there any goals or dreams that you've always had in the back of your mind, but you've kind of been putting on hold because of circumstances or because you felt that they just are unachievable? Give yourself time to reflect on these, because you really might be surprised at the insights that come up when you allow yourself to dream really big. Now, so far you've learned two important starting points in your manifestation journey: gratitude and intention. Now, let's look at the benefits that all of this will bring you, the transformation across different areas of your life. Maybe, for example, in health and fitness. Well, health and fitness are the foundation to your overall well-being. And as we've already briefly touched on, it's a really important part of your overall frequency, and thus affecting what you attract into your life. Your mindset plays a huge role here, because when we cultivate positive and committed mindset, it makes it so much easier to stay consistent with your fitness goals. For example, imagine shifting from thinking, I'm just not a fitness person, to something like, I don't know, I'm a person who really values and invests in my health. Well, this really simple mindset shift can lead to better self-discipline, more enjoyment in the process, and lower stress levels, all of which make physical wellness much more attainable. Now, how about all of this in relation to career and financial abundance? Well, many of my clients come to me feeling stuck in their careers or with financial limitations. But through coaching, they learn to really shift into a mindset of possibility, where they actually start to see challenges as opportunities and embrace a belief in their own potential. For example, I recently worked with a client who felt she'd never be good enough to really seek the leadership role that she really, really desired. But through mindset work, she began to believe in her value. And now she's not only landed a big promotion, but with that, a significant increase in her income. Another area that mindset coaching can really help you with is in relationships and personal growth. By building a strong sense of self-worth and clarity around your values, as well as working on developing confidence and setting healthy boundaries, you will really find that your relationships just really start to improve. You'll be able to connect more deeply with others and attract people who really align with your true self. One of my clients shared that after coaching, he was able to release himself from a really toxic relationship, one that had dominated his life for 10 years. And now he forms connections that really just feel more healthy and enjoyable. This has also had a really positive effect on other areas of his life. It's improved his overall self-confidence and his self-belief, and something that he's now starting to see really reflecting in his working life too. Working on your mindset really does help you cultivate relationships that are genuinely fulfilling. Now, dealing with stress and anxiety, well, this is an area that coaching can absolutely really help. It helps clients make huge changes as it focuses on building mental clarity and emotional resilience. Because when you have a positive and real growth-orientated outlook, you can handle stress much more effectively, feel more grounded, and move away from worry, even during those more challenging moments of life. Because coaching gives you the tools to reframe those negative thoughts, to move away from thoughts of worry and stress, and help you put life into proper perspective. And in turn, to cultivate inner, strong peace, no matter what's going on around you. Imagine waking up each day feeling really clear and focused and ready to tackle whatever comes your way. Well, that is the power of mindset work. One quick story to illustrate this is from one of my clients. We'll call her Sarah. Well, when Sarah started working with me, she felt like she was constantly spinning endless wheels. She was totally overworked and overwhelmed, and to be honest, completely unfulfilled. But through our work together, Sarah discovered her underlying beliefs about not being good enough were blocking her from taking risks in her career and creating a fulfilling personal life. Over time, she's really shifted her mindset, started taking bold steps, both in her work and her personal life. Steps that honestly, several months before she started working with this, she never thought she would take. And now she's starting some training in something completely new that she's discovered she really loves, and is in a really healthy relationship with a wonderful man. Something, honestly, when we started working together, she just did not ever think was possible. In these types of big life changes, you just suddenly start to remove your limitations. Now that we've covered the benefits, let's just briefly talk about why investing in yourself is one of the most impactful steps you really can ever take. Self-investment pays off in so many areas of life, and it creates compounding effects. Each step you take to build confidence, grow your skills, and develop resilience become a foundation that you'll carry forward. And this foundation really doesn't only benefit you, it creates positive ripples that will extend to those around you in your life, your family, your relationships, and your working life as well. Because when you become stronger and a more intentional individual, everyone around you benefits. Mindset transformation coaching is a unique and personalized path to growth. There are so many strategies and techniques that you can learn that will be really tailored to your goals, your vision, and your personal challenges. So with one-on-one support, actionable strategies, and ongoing accountability, you'll find yourself making huge progress and staying really motivated. In other words, coaching really helps you unlock the tools that you need to move through obstacles, stay on your path towards your vision, no matter what life throws at you. You can have a life of incredible purpose and joy if you choose to make it so. Now, the fact that you're even here watching this shows that part of you is ready to press reset on what no longer is serving you. To be honest, do you really want to remain stuck where you are? Because if you continue the same way you've been doing things, then you're going to continue to get the same results. As Einstein said, you cannot solve a problem with the same mindset that created it. Remember, it's all about choice. You can choose to stay in the same old patterns, looking at life through the same old lens, but things won't change for you very much. Or you can choose to take real control of your life and develop and grow and live the life that you truly want to live. The only person stopping you is you. So, if you want to have a chat about starting the journey to really transform your life, then do click on the link below and get in contact. I offer one-to-one coaching in various packages, and I do have a couple of spaces left this month to take on a few more clients. So get in touch before those spaces fill. Within this coaching, as well as one-to-one calls, which will be tailored to your needs, you'll also receive meditations and visualizations and affirmation recordings. You'll be able to message me directly during the weeks for ongoing support. And there's a host of other benefits. And you can join our community where you can ask questions and discuss all things manifestation with lots of other like-minded people. So why don't you follow me on Instagram? The link's in the description box below, where you'll find lots more inspiration, and keep a lookout for future courses that will be coming soon on the website, where you'll be able to delve even deeper into the tools and techniques to help you transform your life. I really look forward to joining you on this journey. I promise you it's one you will absolutely never regret.